What did you say about the imprint of his nature again?
Means that whatever the Father is, Christ is also. They have this.
No, that's never what that word means. Did you know that? Character, it's used all throughout the first century. You could just do a word search in Philo of Alexandria. He's got like tons of volumes. I have them all. Uses character all over the place. Always for a temporal object. You know why? That's all the word means. It means a copy. Right, GodLogic. It means if you have a ring like they used to have, and it's got an image on it, you take some wax, you put it on the letter, and then you stamp your ring into it. That's a character. That's all it ever means. It never, ever means what you just said. Did you know that? Did you know you just invented a definition? That he has to be exactly like him in every way, when it never, ever means that, nor can it mean that? The very concept of being a character can't mean that. Because then you would be the thing imprinting you. You understand? You're back to modalism again. It's over. So it always means an imprint into a separate substance. That's what it always means. Otherwise, you're saying that the usage pertains to a ring that's always connected to the wax and have the same substance. Guess what? That's never what it means. No, because you're lying again. You understand? You're taking words that mean one thing and just lying. You know, wax is not the same as the metal ring. It looks the same. It's the exact image. Guess what? It's actually a little different and not the same substance. And no, they weren't made at the same time either. Do you know that would defeat the whole idea of a character?
The same exact nature.
Right, spirit.
This is Hebrews 1.
Really?
No way. Let's keep going. After making purification of sins, he sat down at the right hand of the majesty.
Right? What do you mean? After making a purification for our sins. Okay. So he became a man there, right? Because that's where he made a purification for our sins. As a man. And in the Bible, Acts chapter 2, Acts 7, 1 Peter 3, 1 Corinthians 15, Revelation 3, after he lives and dies as a man, he sits down at the right hand of who? The majesty on high. God. So there is no Trinity here. There's just God, his Son, and the majesty on high. That's it. And the Son is described in ways that could in no way and never are attributed to God. God doesn't have someone else create through him. Gone. God is not the radiance of someone else's glory. That is blasphemy. God is not the imprint of someone else's nature, and God did not become lower than the angels to make a purification for our sins, after which God sat down at the right hand of someone else called the majesty on high. So we're in Hebrews 1, my favorite chapter, verses 1 through 3, Trinity gone, right? Out of here.
On high, having become as much superior to the angels.
Uh-oh. Sam got sodomized again by GodLogic and William, right? Did you see that guy? He just blew past the destruction that was staring him in the face the whole time. Not just verses 1 through 3, right? Verse 4 just annihilates these guys, right? What do you mean he became better than the angels? What are you talking about, dude? He's God, right? What? Uh-oh, right? This is unbelievable. Let's see what he says.
as the name he inherited is more excellent than theirs. Now, let's keep going.
Oh, so in other words, GodLogic, let's get the hell out of Hebrews 1, right? The chapter that you pretended that you can't believe anyone but a Trinitarian would cite. Has anyone ever seen a person run by a verse like that? Look, you got to see that again. Look at this. Right? Think of what's going through his brain as he's reading his destruction, right? I mean, the guy literally switched off his logic for verses 1 through 3. He gets to verse 4, right? And just dies.
Same exact nature. This is Hebrews 1.
Yeah, the verse that's killing you, right? This guy's crazy.
No way.
Oh, yeah, way, pal.
Let's keep going.
Right? So he's pumped up now, right? This is Hebrews 1. Let's keep going. All right, so the next verse has got to be awesome, right? You bet it is. It is over. Everything, right? God is never, ever, not one time, not superior to the angels. Jesus was not superior, wasn't even equal to them, pal. Have you ever read Hebrews 2:9? Yeah, it's quoting Psalm 8, which you also didn't reference with your discussion with Alex Connor. Right, because is Jesus the mankind of Psalm 8? We'll get to your misuse of Psalm 45 in a minute, pal. You blew that big time. Yeah, it says in Hebrews 2:9, he became lower than the angels. In Hebrews 1:4, it says he became better than the angels. So, what do we do here, GodLogic? Well, we just read the Bible, right? He became lower than the angels. And then he became better than the angels. What's the conclusion, genius? He wasn't better than the angels. He wasn't even equal to them when he was lower than them as a man. The exact one to whom God spoke the words of Psalm 2 to, not an angel, just a man. That's why it says he became lower than the angels in Hebrews 2, and it says he became better than the angels in Hebrews 1. After he made a purification, after he sat down at the right hand of majesty, not because he has a better nature. Do you see those words here? No, he's got a copy nature, right? He was imprinted by God. We read that. And what's born from spirit to spirit. We read that. Angels are spirits. We read that. Or it's right here in Hebrews 1, Psalm 104. Okay, so how does he become better than the angels, GodLogic? By nature? No. He gets a better name, proving my unanswerable's number 5. He's not Yahweh eternally. He can be given Yahweh's name, because that's what Yahweh does. When he creates someone for his glory, gives him his name. Yeah, you just don't know the Bible. That's why you just ran by a verse and a half that totally destroys your doctrine. He's not Yahweh. He's not even the angel of the Lord eternally. He gave that up. Kanao, Philippians 2:5-6.